Okay, lap 24 of 29. Of course, I'll have to end on lap 28 because I've been lapped already. Okay, we're still 11 seconds to gap. Look at it, 9.7 seconds to John Robb. And I know he's thinking this, right, John Robb? If you're listening to this, you're thinking, I think I can catch this guy. Of course, I would admit as I get these laps in here, I'm not pushing enough. I feel. I said, well, with 5 laps to go, yeah, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Then I'm thinking, this guy can catch me. I think somewhere in here, I think there's a mistake made because I think the gap opens up a little bit again. But I'm thinking I don't even see him on the track map. So until I see him on the track map, I really don't have to push. And of course, let's face it, when sometimes you're closing a gap to somebody, or you're trying to open a gap to somebody, sometimes you start looking at that track map in the lower left corner, and then all of a sudden you're just not driving the car to the best of your ability. Now, someone's there. Who is that? I think that is actually Francisco or Whittod 3. I think he's actually having a gas problem. Yeah, he felt a little upset after the race. But we talked about the mistakes that were made, and we talked about how to correct those. So when it happens again, although he says it feels a lot different when you're racing the league than it does when you practice, right? I said, well, yeah, because there's a score there, and I said, what you're feeling is part of psychology, right? That you end up thinking about stuff too much versus just driving the car. But he'll get better next time around. He's fast though. He definitely seems to be able to get the car rotating and step on the gas. And as you know, younger folks tend to do better, I think, than older folks. Okay, 10.1 seconds. Again, I'm going through my head. 2, 4, 6, 8. I think they were telling me he's closing 2 seconds a lap, and I thought, well, 25 to 29 is 4. 2, 4, 6, 8. I think it was 10 seconds out there. So at this point, I feel a little comfortable. And I thought, just as look at almost went off track right there. That was kind of scary right there. And then I thought to myself, and then I see this 8.7 second gap to Wolfman. Then I started thinking just the opposite. I started thinking, boy, maybe there's something going on with Wolfman. And although you can see now in the lower left corner, I'm starting to see that dot there. .5 to Wolfman. And I'm sure Wolfman is looking at his track map, watching my dot in relation to his dot or location. And of course, there is John Robb just behind. .26. So I'm thinking 3 more laps right here. And if I can see a split time of 2:46, so 6 seconds or more, I'm feeling pretty comfortable. 8 seconds gap to Wolfman. Now, remember we talked about a couple races back where we had a problem where I was trying to come around Mughal Slam, and then I think the car spun, or I tried to get him under braking, and the car spun, and Wolfman and Steadman got by me in the very last lap. So I want to bring up that comment. Okay, so 7 seconds. So I'm seeing a 7-second gap here. I'm thinking, well, hey, maybe something's going on with this with Wolfman's car or something. And oh, right there. Who was that? I think that was actually, now look at that, 12.8 second now. See, something happened to John Robb in that lap. Okay, Disco Potato destroyed his vehicle. So he's out. My arch rival, right? Well, he's not really an arch rival, but he's probably one of the closest guys to me in some of these races we've been doing. Although today it didn't seem like he had very good luck, so. Okay, Wolfman 4th, TW Whittod in 5th, John Robb in 6th. Leaders are Joel, and I think Pink Tank and J Digital. Now at this point, I didn't really recall Moogle Slam actually getting taken off the track. I didn't realize that till after the results, and not that it matters. I guess all you need to know is who's in front of you and who's behind you. Giving up some time here, 6 seconds. I'm thinking the gap is coming down. Although I'm thinking the same thing. 6 seconds is a lifetime. 6 lifetimes. 1 second in F1's a lifetime, right? So 6 seconds, almost 7 is a lifetime. 7 lifetimes. And of course, then I see 15 seconds of John Robb. So then I realize he made a mistake, or he got racy, or somebody was racing him. So at this point, I feel really good about possibly getting that 5th. And here we are. This is actually lap 28 of 29. And of course, it'll fend on this lap, although I didn't realize that. Don't watch it up here now. There's a 6 second gap. And at this point, I'm pretty satisfied to get the finish. And of course, as I come around this corner, guess who's sitting here? Wolfman is sitting there. So then I realize I pop into 4th. There's J Digital in 3rd. And I know, Wolfman, as you listen to this, you're probably kicking yourself, thinking, man, all I do is keep it together. And of course, the first thing I thought of when I passed you, I thought, yeah, I remember that race 3 races back or so, when you got me on that last lap, where I made a bad decision on passing a Moogle Slam. And I just kept thinking to myself right here, boy, what goes around comes around, right? Like you never quit. Never quit, even on that last lap. Race to the flag. At this point, I'm pretty happy because I'm thinking, well, 4th is better than I really ever expected, especially after my 10th place qualifier. But now I'm also thinking to myself, don't make a mistake, because Wolfman is pretty quick, and I know as soon as we see the finish here, we'll show you everyone's time. So, but this is the race here on November 22nd, 2011, Precision Racing League. If you have any questions or comments or remarks, you can feel free to leave it in the forum section of the particular race, Valencia race here. Yeah, so then I realize I don't have to do another lap here, so if Wolfman's going to catch me, he's going to do it now. I just can't scroll it away right here. I know, Wolfman, you're probably kicking yourself on that one, right? Yeah, well, that's just, I think everyone does it. So there is the finish right here. 4th place with Todd, not a bad result. Look at 1:46.1 was my fastest lap. Look at the guys in front of me. Look at the guys behind me. Wolfman, John Robb, Moogle Slam. Go up and down here. You can look at everybody's time. I think at this point, Whittod 3 or Francisco ran out of gas. Yeah, 1:44.3. So that's the other impressive thing, that I really wasn't the fastest guy, probably one of the slowest guys, but still was able to manage a 4th place. So some good points here for the Red Bull team and myself. Look at Disco Potato didn't finish. Copper Plate 1:46, 1:43. Scatelli 1:43, 42nd penalty though. So that is the result. Congratulations to Joel, of course, Pink Tank and J Digital. TW did a good job here too, so I'm pretty proud of my finish. Not too bad for Moogle Slam. I think he would have certainly been a top tier contender. Look at probably the 2nd fastest time there, so you'll get him next time, PJ. So hang in there. Goes around, comes around, right? And I think somebody admitted them slamming him, so maybe you're going to see an active steward panel here this week too. So I don't know, but good race, everybody. Enjoyed it as usual. I'll let you know on whether Whittod 3 or Francisco can join the league by next week's. And I think that's a wrap here for me. I think we'll see. Close out here with Joel taking the pat on the back here after he pulls into his 1st place spot. So Steadman, I think, rounded it out in 12th. Okay, so we'll close with some music. Again, thank you very much. I enjoyed it, and until next time, everybody, have a great evening. Take care.